look at the devastation from the Dixie Fire.
The people that had to run from this fire like we did, it changes you.
Well, the Dixie Fire is now the third largest wildfire in California's history. It's not only the largest one burning in the state right now, but also the largest one burning in the country. New this morning, we're learning it's burned more than 446,000 acres. That's a 10,000 acre increase from last night. The flames are still active in Butte, Plumas, and Tehama and Lassen counties. Containment is sitting at 21% this morning. Take a look at this. This is all that's left of the town of Greenville, just north of Quincy. The fire has devastated it, and shock is finally starting to wear off for many wildfire survivors. Some are realizing that their home, the town that they've known for years, is now gone, and others are still waiting for answers. We want to take a look at exactly where this is burning. Take a look at your screen. The red areas you see here represent where it's burning the hottest. The fire is moving toward the northeast, and it's surrounding Lake Almanor in Plumas County. ABC 10's Luke Clary was there all night, and he brings us the latest from Quincy this morning. Luke?
It's here at this evacuation center in Quincy where we spent some time with folks from Greenville and other surrounding towns, all still waiting for word about their homes. Now, California law allows journalists to go beyond roadblocks in times of natural disasters, and so we set out to help two evacuees learn the status of their homes, but the ongoing dangerous conditions on the roads stood in our way.
It was the hardest thing I've had to do.
Leaving his home of 47 years, Carl Spang knows the heartbreak of his neighbors in Greenville, but he thinks his house might still be standing a few miles south on US 89 in Crescent Mills.
I feel for the people that have already lost everything, and not to be selfish, but I don't want to join them.
He gave us an address because, like so many others here, he doesn't know if the Dixie Fire took his home.
It just blew up, and there was a firestorm out of this world.
Ray Casanova was one of the last to leave Greenville, and he also gave us an address to check on.
If it's standing, I'll be one happy sucker.
But on the road to Greenville, a live fire operation stopped us in our tracks. Firefighters here have initiated what's called a backburn. That is lighting this side of the canyon to burn up all of these fuels and stop or slow the spread.
He just lost his home. He just lost everything.
Back at the shelter, compassion with new capacity restrictions. With the Delta variant on the rise, temperature checks and masks are back.
He said, I need a hug, because COVID restriction says we don't hug, and I said, hey, I'll give you a hug. If I get in trouble, forgive me. I'm sorry. All right. But he needed a hug. All right.
With this evacuation center now full, new evacuees have been turned away to another evacuation center about 35 miles away from here, where they will find food, water, comfort. But speaking with folks here, what they really want is information. And so we will be here covering the Dixie Fire all weekend long, and we will keep on working to get answers for Ray and Carl. We'll keep you updated.
Luke, thank you. Well, the Plumas County Sheriff's Office is searching for 8 people from the Dixie Fire area. Their names are on your screen right now. We do have some good news, though, this morning. In the comments on the sheriff's Facebook post, people are chiming in saying several of the names on this list are people who are safe and accounted for. And we're working to confirm if this is true, but it is some much needed hope this morning. Take a look at this. Here is what the sky looked like yesterday south of Lake Almanor. Again, that's right where the Dixie Fire is burning. The Butte Lake camera from Alert Wildfire captured this, and you can see there the sky is painted orange due to the flames. We're moving on to the river fire now. It's burning in Placer and Nevada counties after igniting on Wednesday. Evacuation orders for all of COLFAX are now lifted. There are still some orders in effect for other parts of Placer County. Well, you can find details at abc10.com. But right now, the fire is at 2,600 acres. And the good news is containment has now grown to 48%. Here you can see a map of the river fire, which again is in Placer and Nevada counties. The fire is moving northeast toward Highway 174 and the Rawlins Reservoir. ABC 10's Kevin John spoke to the Red Cross about the impact this has on evacuees.
Well, it goes without saying that the river fire has taken a toll on those who have been displaced. Just imagine having to leave your home at a moment's notice only to find out that the memories you have created for decades have been destroyed. And that's why organizations like the Red Cross have been on the scene the last 24 hours to provide as much aid and resources to those who have lost everything. It's a humbling moment for anyone who has been in this situation. Adam Istis, who's a communications volunteer with the Red Cross, tells me what it's like to experience people in their most vulnerable moment.
Well, I witnessed a lot of uncertainty, I think is a key word in this type of situation, as people are really wondering when can they return home. A lot of people I met just didn't even know if their house was still standing or not.
He says he's been inspired by the amount of community members who have offered their support during these times.
Resilience is a key word that I would use to describe everything that I've seen in the last 24 hours, really, at Grass Valley. The community just really has come together, and I have not seen a lot of just personal devastation. I want to take credit for the Red Cross for that, because we have had a big helping hand in just being there for people during what is the worst days of their lives.
He went on to tell me that the Red Cross will be in Grass Valley until the last person is relocated or returned to their homes. Personally, I spoke with 2 different families this evening who were displaced, and while they didn't want to record an interview this evening, they told me over the phone they're grateful for the many people, even strangers, who have offered to assist in any way.
Well, when it comes to evacuations, CAL FIRE wants to make sure everyone knows to be on alert. Sometimes you need to make the call before officials do, so that way you can keep yourself and your family safe.
With what we've seen the last few years in California, it's obvious that fires can break out anywhere and can destroy structures anywhere within the state of California. So I would say that the public always needs to be ready, and if they're asked to evacuate, please do so.
Now, to be prepared, make sure you know your escape route. That's the quickest and safest way to get out, but it's not always a guarantee. You should also know your closest safety zones as well. Those are areas with a big clearing from anything that will burn, like a parking lot or big sports fields, like a soccer field or a golf course. And a warning from the Placer County Water Agency this morning. People living in COLFAX should not drink the water if it appears cloudy or dirty. It's telling people that live in the area to run hot and cold lines until that water runs clear. Also be mindful of water use while firefighters are in the area.